The jungle is an unforgiving environment, operating on instinct and hunger. But right in the middle of it walks a gentleman, humming a tune and twirling a walking stick, completely oblivious to the danger around him. From the shadows of a heavy wooden trap, a tiger watches the man approach. He identifies a specific vulnerability in the man, a soft heart that can be weaponized for his own release. The tiger immediately starts his con. He puts on a pitiful voice and makes absurd promises, swearing he'll follow the man like a dog, guard his house, and even transition to a strict vegetarian diet. The man stops and considers the offer. He unlatches the door with a loud click, his caution completely overridden by sympathy. The instant the cage opens, the act ends. The tiger steps out, licks his lips, and drops the victim routine, bluntly announcing that the man is his next meal.
Empathy is a virtue, but when it is separated from shrewdness and caution, it makes an individual an easy target for any predator. The man immediately starts pleading his case, relying on human concepts like bargains and fairness. He insists that eating the person who just saved your life is a violation of a promise. The tiger finds the concept of fairness laughable. He offers the man a wager. Find 3 witnesses in the jungle who agree that the world is fair. If one agrees, the man goes free. If they all disagree, he is eaten. This diagram illustrates the man's dilemma. He is relying on the tiny circle we call the social contract, the rules and fairness humans use to build society. But out here, that contract is swallowed by the aggressive reality of the natural order. The man is trapped in a rigged game. He expects a fair trial, but the rules of justice are being dictated by his executioner. The man begins his investigation by approaching an ancient banyan tree with roots like ropes and branches like umbrellas. The tree offers a melancholy testimony. It provides shade to anyone who passes by, only to have those same people snap off its branches to feed their goats. Shaken, the man moves on to an old, exhausted buffalo, perpetually turning a creaky water wheel. The buffalo's story is equally grim. It spent a lifetime producing milk, and now that it is old, it is rewarded with scraps and forced into mechanical labor. These 2 witnesses are caught in the utility trap. Because they are inherent givers, they are systematically exploited by takers who view their generosity as a resource to be drained. In the reality of the wild, a history of good deeds offers no protection against future exploitation. With time running out, the man directs a final plea for justice to the dusty road beneath his feet. The road delivers a definitive, harsh verdict. It spends its life being trampled, burdened by carts, and degraded by donkeys, all without a single word of thanks. The man's 3 strikes are up. His worldview has collapsed under the weight of 3 cynical testimonies. The abstract argument is over. The tiger licks his paws, preparing to execute the final stage of the natural order. The man finally realizes that fairness is a human invention with 0 jurisdiction in the wild. Right before the tiger strikes, a sleepy-looking jackal trots out of the undergrowth. The dynamic shifts away from brute force and towards street smarts. This flowchart illustrates the Columbo maneuver. By acting foolish, he triggers predator frustration, which leads to ego activation. He asks muddled questions, pretending he can't understand. As the tiger tries to prove his intelligence, his critical blind spot expands. The manipulation works. The jackal forces the tiger out of a physical confrontation and into a psychological puzzle, neutralizing his natural advantages. The tiger's fatal flaw is his ego. He cannot stand being misunderstood by a creature he views as inferior, and he feels a desperate need to physically demonstrate his superiority. Driven by irritation, the tiger takes the bait, eager to show exactly where he was sitting. He steps back into the wooden cage. The moment the tiger is inside, the jackal slams the door shut and clicks the latch. The man and the jackal walk away together, leaving the trapped tiger to ironically complain about how unfair the world is. To survive the predators of the real world, a kind heart is a liability, unless it is guarded by the sharp, cynical mind of a trickster.